Elephant Man Podcast Network, grown man conversation dealing with elephants in the room. It's your man DB. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can know when new material is coming out. IG Elephant Man underscore podcast, Facebook / Elephant Man Podcast, and Twitter / Poster Boys. Or you can hit the Paleo Hebrew in the top right or the bottom right corner to subscribe. I also got a newer way to subscribe to. Blessings to everyone. Blessings and blessings, blessings, blessings upon blessings to everyone. Hey, you know what? I'm having these technical issues and stuff, but I said I'm gonna come on, and we have an attitude of gratitude because it mattered, dude. That was corny. We have an attitude of gratitude, and I like to thank everybody in the live and on the playback that comes and they come check out my show. I really appreciate it, and I just want to say thank you. We're gonna be doing some big things. We're gonna have more in store in 2024, right? We have more in store in 2024. We're gonna probably try to add a day and not just come on Sunday, 6 p.m. Central. I'm looking into a Thursday or either a Shabbat service on Friday. We're gonna add more to it, and we thank the Most High for everything that He has done and everything that He is doing. Also, I have a landing page. I'm gonna show you guys that in a minute. A landing page makes it a lot easier to have everything in one area. All right, so praise the Most High for that. But I just got an attitude of gratitude. And last week, I played a rerun about my brother and sister in Tanzania, brother Akur. They was digging whales over there in Tanzania. It was pretty good, and I did not know. Well, they say Tanzania. I've been saying Tanzania my whole life, but that's Tanzania. Did not know it's about a little over $3,000 to dig a well to get water in those different places. So we're gonna be really rolling up our sleeves and giving to those families over on the continent, so they'll be able to drill more wells and do more things. We take for granted a lot of the things, especially those in the states and those in the UK and those in Australia. People who tune in from Australia, we take for granted a lot of things. We got access to fresh water. We got access to a lot of different things. So we got to always have an attitude of gratitude. Also, it's crazy. I'm gonna tell you something. My show had got a strike, a medical misinformation strike on the YouTube, and I didn't know what was going on. I was like, I don't even remember saying nothing too medical to get a misinformation strike, but then I had to track back, and I know exactly what they're talking about. I'm going to show a picture. I'm not going to say it, and hopefully this show won't get hit because I'm showing this picture. That's what we talked about. So TCT, that's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it TC or CT. That's what we're gonna say, CT. So I got on here and I showed some patents about CT, different things like that. So they hit me up with a medical misinformation strike, and I don't understand why. It's public record. They got access to these different patents. It's on record. I mean, what the things that they're doing, and so I don't know. Maybe because we brought it to the attention. I was just making a point on that show. So I got to go do some things to try to um, get this strike removed or whatever. It is what it is. That's why I also want you guys to make sure you subscribe to Hebrew Sphere. I'm sorry, HebrewConnect.com and Hebrew TV. I'm gonna open up so we can look at that, and then we're gonna get some scriptures and we're gonna get out of here. Um, let's see. Present. Shout out to brother Moray Durain. And it's almost looking like Facebook if you guys have not been on there. It is HebrewConnect.com. HebrewConnect.com. This is my page on there. And it says, Toda Rabba Mishpaha. I want to give all praise to the Most High for each and every one of you for your support and engagement. HebrewConnect.com is fast becoming the #1 online destination for Messianic Hebrew Israelites all across the earth. Please continue to spread the word among our people and reassure them that this is the place to connect, grow, and build community together. I also want to announce a few new Hebrew Connect programs. If you are in need of prayer, please send a written prayer request to prayer@hebrew.connect.com. If you need a general aid or community assistance, please send your written request to ministry@hebrewconnect.com. If you are an employer or seek employment with the community, within our community, and would like to assist staffing your business or finding employment, please send a request to jobs@hebrewconnect.com. So that's from Moray Dwayne. Very, very cool page. It's almost set up just like Facebook if you haven't been on there yet. So go on there, upload pictures, create polls, upload videos. It looks just like Facebook. All right. So that's HebrewConnect.com. And I should promote that more. But if you're not on there, make sure you get on there, sign up. It's a lot of brews news and stuff like that. All right. So also he always got HebrewConnect.tv. So let me show that one real quick, and then we're gonna chat a little bit, and then we're gonna get our share the screen. HebrewConnect.tv. So this with gates of holders on there and different things like that, right? So they got different videos on there. So it's pretty cool on there. I got some videos on there as well. I'm gonna make sure I share the link to this. Very, very cool. HebrewConnect.tv, also from Moray Dwayne. And then they got HebrewConnect.net. But I don't know what happened to my password with that one. So I gotta figure that out. Also Hebrew Sphere too. I try to open up my Hebrew Sphere with brother Dante. He got some courses on there. Pretty cool. I was going to share them, but I don't know why my link. I got to fix my link. Now, let me go here and share this real quick. Let me see. Yeah. Oh no, wait. So I'm gonna share this link to Elephant Man Podcast. Elephant Man Podcast landing page. So it's all gonna be in one spot. Okay. So here we go. I opened it up. Let me go ahead and share that real quick, and then we're gonna get it cracking. Say some prayer, and then we're gonna. I got another meet. All right. So it's just a landing page. I'll put the in the link and in the community page and on Facebook as well as YouTube. But it's Elephant Man landing page, right? And then this you can also log on to the Twitter, the YouTube, the Facebook, and the Instagram from there. Also, prayer requests, send in here address and your online name, i.e., Jim, a friend of Yah, or whatever your name is. Because a lot of times, um, your real name and then your online name would be different. I'll be like, oh, I didn't know that was so and so, Yah. So make sure you share that and click sign up now. So put your email in there, um, your online name, and then sign up. Or just stop by and say, hello, what's going on with it? So that's that. I'm about to share that in the chat as well. Okay. Let me share that in the chat real quick. But yeah, I just got an attitude of gratitude. Share that in the chat real quick. Got an attitude of gratitude. All right. If you're on the Facebook side, then you'll be able to see it. Right. So you'll be able to click on that link. All right. You love Yah. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. You love Yah. I had a technical issue with that the time management thing, so I held off on it, but I have not forgot. I will send you the time management thing, but I didn't want to put it out there if it wasn't all the way legit. That's the only reason you ain't received it yet. Calvin Andrews, blessings to you, blessings to you. Shalom, shalom, blessings to you. All right. So this says, see, Facebook blessings. That you just say your name, then I know exactly who you are. But we got to have an attitude of gratitude always. We got to always be grateful, grateful. I'm always grateful to the Most High because, like I said before, it's an uneven playing field when you're with the Most High. Because what he say, we seated together in what heavenly places with Him. We're seated together in heavenly places with Him, and so it's we're at a disadvantage in the kingdom of darkness. But he tried to make the opposite happen. So it's almost like the minority thing, right? People say, "Oh, y'all the minority." Well, it's like, how are we the minority when we the majority? So-called black and brown people is more black and brown people on the planet than any other, right? But we're the minority. You know what I mean? And so it's the same thing when it comes to the kingdom of the Most High. Yeah. So we live beneath our means a lot of times. You are not in the same place where you was years ago, right? Sometimes we be hard on ourselves because we may have a lapse, you know, right? Something that probably used to didn't bother us that bother us now. We might have a lapse and we might be hard on ourselves. And we embrace the condemnation more so than the conviction. So we got to be convicted by the Ruach and keep it moving. Right? And he said, cast your cares upon him because he cared for you. He really and truly cared for you. He really and truly cared for me. Right? And I just don't believe that when we born in sin, shaped in iniquity, doing our own thing, right? Violating the Most High, one thinking about the Most High was not on our radar. And yet he kept us, and yet he protected us because what? He's long suffering because he wants no man to perish, but he wants everyone to come into the knowledge of who he is, right? And then we get on this side, and we become accepted in the beloved from the finished work of Yahushua Mashiach. Then we go to this condemnation, right? We go through the condemnation instead of conviction. Conviction let us know right from wrong. His Ruach leads us and guides us in all truth. It's just walk with the Most High, Yah. But the condemnation to leave us stuck. The condemnation to leave us paralyzed. The condemnation leave us living beneath our means and not operating in the full gambit of what the Most High have in our full assignment. Right? We are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of the Most High Yah. He has a specific assignment for you. Within the sound of my voice, whether it's the playback or whether you're in here for the live, he has a specific assignment for you. So you got to seek him, right? And then he will show you specifically. It's unique as a snowflake. It's unique as a fingerprint. Your assignment is unique as a fingerprint. You cannot be somebody else. Now there is people that we aspire and we look up to, but we cannot be nobody because if we be somebody else, then the people that's waiting on us to come into maturity, they won't be able to get uh their growth, their development, their deliverance, right? And so we have to wait on the Most High Yah, trust His process, and we got to exercise our gift, stir up the gift. And sometimes, if you're not around people, you can have. Let me say it like this: non-belief around believers. It could be non-belief around believers. You could be around some believers that don't have faith, that don't have belief, that don't trust, that don't believe, and they're operating beneath their means, right? They're not operating at full capacity, right? And I'm not dogging or dragging nobody down. Just hear me out. They're not operating at a full capacity, right? And so birds of a feather flock together. You hanging around them, and you're operating beneath. You're not working on operating at the full capacity that you can operate and what the Most High called you to do, right? The Most High called you to do something unique, some and it gives you the gifts and the talents and abilities, right? Um, to accomplish it. And just because it's somebody else's assignment, they'll say, "Oh man, that's being deep. Oh man, they don't take all that. Oh man, you doing way too much." Well, they saying that because that ain't their assignment, right? So it's easy to say that for somebody else's assignment. So we embrace the other people on this journey to give the word of the Most High Yah. I told you we had an advantage over the kingdom of darkness, but he tried to flip the script because the wicked serpent people operating. That's what I said. That we got to be wise as a serpent, but harmless as a dove. Right? Walk in meekness, humility, and humbleness. Right? We got to know who we are. We got to know whose we are. Right? And worship nothing but the Most High. It's easy to worship other things. Right? It's easy to worship other things because we are created to worship. So it don't take that long to worship anything or anybody else. Right? So it's easy to worship other things. So we gotta put things in perspective and make sure we're laser focused and we worship the Most High Yah. But back to my point, if you're not exercising your gift that He gave you, if you're not stirring it up, it'll just be dormant. So I gave this example this morning. I thought about this. If you got a job that you got to lift 60-pound bags, it's a labor job, right? You got to lift 60-pound bags the entire shift, all the majority of the shift, 60-pound bags. What's going to happen to your biceps? They have no choice but to get stronger, right? They have no choice but to get stronger because you're using those biceps and those upper body muscles to hoist the bag, to throw it, to pick it up, to move it. You're going to have upper body strength, right? Now, if you got a job where you're not doing nothing physical and you don't go to the gym, you don't lift weights, work out, I'm not getting on you, no condemnation. You still got those muscles, but those muscles are, and I hope this is a good example, they're lying dormant, right? They got the potential to be stronger, right? You got the potential to lift more, but if you don't exercise it, then it just lies dormant. And I think that's how it is with the gifts and the talents that he give us. He give us some the gift of prophecy. He give us some the gift of discernment. He give us some a heart of compassion for an intercessory prayer, interceding, standing in the gap. For those who are not clothed in their right mind, they don't know no better, right? We have family and friends, relatives, people we want to come into the knowledge of who he is, right? We stand in the gap for them. We turn on our plate for them. We become an intercessor, right? But if you lose your compassion, if you lose your zeal, if you become indifferent, if you let enough people tell you, oh, it don't take all that, you're trying to be deep and you're doing too much. If you hear it enough, especially from believers, right? There, it's already we're always gonna be outnumbered because it's a remnant in the earth. Right? You go to your job, wherever you go, different places, family reunions or whatever, you're gonna always be outnumbered. But when you get in the company of fellow believers, you got to be encouraged. You got to encourage one another with faith. But if you got some fearful um, believers who are not exercising their faith, then it's gonna rub off on you subconsciously or consciously after a while. So you got to be around like-minded people that got the heart of a lion and believe the report of the Most High Yah, believe the finished work of the Most High Yah, because he did the work. And I think too many times we want to be the Most High. We want to get an increase. He said, "What? One man plant, what? One man water, uh, but Abba Yah give the increase." So your job by faith is to plant a seed or to water a seed. And Abba Yah will give the increase. He will bring the healing. He will bring the restoration. He will bring the development in our mind, will, and emotions. Right? Beloved, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in good health. What? Even as your soul prosper. Even as your soul prosper. He wants us to have a prosperous soul. He wants us to be clothed in our right mind. He don't want us to second guess ourselves. He don't want us to second guess what he told us to do. Just because people it's unpopular, people don't understand. Right? We got to have enough. We got to be delivered from the opinion of man. We have to be delivered from the opinion of man. Because man got all they got in their mind how you should move, who you are, who you're not. A lot of times, and sometimes they hate and sometimes they mean no harm. But they already got in their mind who you are. The Most High could have called you to something different, right? So you have to operate out of the will of the Most High Yah. And I go to my other point: perfect and permissive Seek the Most High Yah for the perfect will, because in this cylinder called time, we can make choices, right? While we're alive, it said, then the scripture said, "There's appointed man once to die, then come to judgment." So once you die, then there's no more choices no more. Only during this cylinder called time you can make choices. You can make choices to serve the Most High or not, follow Him or not. So that's permissive. He give you permission and give you autonomy to do you to a degree, to do things other than His plan for you, if I should say it like that. That's permissive. But the perfect will is when we align with the Most High Yah and He give us our unique assignment and we fulfill it out. We can rest in Him, right? We can trust in Him, and we know that we're in the perfect will of Yah, because things will start happening, things will start opening up. Look at Paul when he was Saul, right? He was in the permissive will. He was permitted to go and persecute the followers of the way, right? He was permitted to go and terrorize them. If you read the book of Acts, he was permitted, and he thought he was doing the will of the Most High Yah. He was permitted to do that, right? But that was the permitted will. The perfect will was when he got Acts 9. He got knocked off the beast on the road to Damascus. And he said, "Why you persecute me?" I'm paraphrasing it, but Yahushua like, "Why you persecute me?" And he's like, "Who are you?" Yeah, I know if y'all read Acts 9, and he came upon his way, and then he had a change, and then the Most High changed from going from permissive to perfect will of the Most High Yah, and changed his name, and he understood his assignment from then on out. So that's why he said, whether I'm a base or a bound, I'm in the perfect will of the Most High Yah. I'm doing well. When I'm in the perfect will of the Most High Yah, I'm doing well. So that was Paul, right? And it took 2 years. I heard somewhere it took 2 years for the followers of the way to believe it, because they thought he was trying to do a Trojan horse deal and come on. They heard and seen what he did to the believers of that time. But then when he got converted, he was going back and say, "Yo, I'm a changed man." Folk were like, "I don't know, man. Paul might be trying to get in so he can get us or point us out to the authorities or whatever. And then it's like, nah, man, this dude changed for real, right? He's in the perfect will of the Most High Yah, and it was Barnabas that vouched for him. Barnabas was like, "No, he different. He changed, man." Right? A lot of times people try to keep us in our past, or they seen us in a certain light or a certain way, or they know about our history, they know where we come from, and they be like, "Yo, he's this is her, this is him," and it's like you can change. It said, "Be not conformed, but be ye transformed." What? By the renewing of your mind. He wants us to renew our mind, be transformed by the renewing of our mind, and go from the permissive will to the perfect will. I pray that you may find within the next week the perfect will of the Most High Yah. It's not saying things going to be perfect, because we know all Hades going to break loose when that happens. And why does that happen? Paul was left shipwrecked. He was bit by a serpent. He was beat. He was left for dead. They put him in prison. They did all kind of stuff for him. It's like, hold on. When he was doing the permissive will, he wasn't seeing it that bad. And then when he's in the perfect will of God, all of this calamity and trouble happen, because the enemy knows, man, that's bad for him when you walking in the perfect will of the Most High Yah. So expect a little friction, expect a little pushback, expect a little warfare when you are seeking and walking after the perfect will of the Most High Yah, because it's contagious, right? You walking in your assignment, you get the ability, you'll get the power, right? You got things at your disposal. You got the blood of Yahusha, right? You got this anointing that breaks yokes, right? You got the word of the Most High Yah that delivers and set captives free. He wants the oppressor don't want that, right? Even the oppressor in the natural, he didn't want to sleep. He want to give you a slave Bible, but he don't want you to read, right? We read certain scriptures and we paraphrase it and we make it say something else other than what it meant. And we still do that today in the church. But you know, but I digress. I'm not going there. Perfect will, permissive will. Moshe is like, yo, I want you to go and tell Pharaoh to let my people go. He's like, my name is Moshe, and I'm saying no way, right? Moshe said, no way. I got a stuttering problem. He started talking about his inabilities instead of his availability and trusting in God's ability. He started talking about his inabilities and instead of his availability and trusting in Yah's ability. So he came to himself and said, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and do the will of the Most High Yah. He was still in the permissive, right? Because he slew the Egyptian and threw him in the sand, right? And the Most High Yah like, nah, that ain't how I want you to do it. You still doing it permissive will. I'm gonna take you on the backside of the mountain so I can show you my perfect will, so I can show you how it was done. Because it's not by might or by power, but it's by my spirit. I just want you to be available. I'm gonna use you as a vessel and the honor, and I'm gonna do that thing. I'm paraphrasing it, but that's usually what happened. So Moshe walking in the perfect will of the Most High Yah as well. Kepha, Peter, right? He's the only one that's recorded to walk on water, right? Doing many things, right? He was in the inner circle of the Most High Yah, him and John, James, right? They all in the inner circle of the Most High Yah, even though he had 12, right? Those were the inner circle. So he's walking with the Most High God. He's learning, and he's thinking that he's in the perfect will of the Most High Yah. Because he done been there, done that. He done seen it. He done seen healing the sick, raising the dead, casting out devils. He's seeing all of this stuff, and he think he's in the perfect will of the Most High Yah, right? And Mashiach knew exactly where he was. And this is why I'm telling you, Mashiach know exactly where you at. So you can just rest assured that he's going to get his investment, and he's okay where you at, right? Even though if you I'm not saying don't backslide or fall off or whatever. No, he knows exactly where you're at. Because what did Mashiach say to Kepha? Mashiach said in so many words, you're not there. You're not ready. You're not there. But that's okay. Because when you converted, what? Go strengthen the brothers. And Kepha did not believe that. He started reading his resume. Like, I mean, I'm with you to the end. I ain't gonna let nothing happen to your body. I ain't gonna let nothing happen to you. I got this sword. It's on and popping. I'm your inner circle. And he said, what? Get thee behind me, Hasatan. If I don't die, you don't live. Kiefer didn't really understand that. If I don't die, you don't live. So I have to die. But it's a specific and a certain time I have to die. But you got to trust in the death, burial, and resurrection of Yahushua HaMashiach. So if I don't die, you don't live. Okay. So Kiefer is like, man, what? Kiefer really believed he was walking in the perfect will. And he said, before the cock crow 3 times, you're gonna deny me. And he said, I'll never deny you, Mashiach. But Mashiach knew it, right? Mashiach knew it. Because he's in he can see in the future. Matter of fact, he was in the future. He's outside of selling the car time, right? He's in the Kairos Greek word kairos instead of chronos, where we get the word chronological clock. He's in the kairos, in the past, present, and future at the same time. We're trying to fathom that. We don't understand that. We're trying to make time machines and do all this stuff like that. But he's in the past, present, and future at the same time. That's why nothing happens without his hand or his permission, and nothing catches him off guard. You can't start on Yah with your actions, the things you do, the things you say. You can't start on him, right? I don't know if you ever hear them M80 bombs. I always get this example. Those M80, those half stick of dynamites in the summertime, you too close, that mug go boom. And boy, your shoulders go up. You drop your snow cone because it caught you off guard, right? That don't catch the most high of y'all off guard because he already knew that was going to blow up when it was supposed to blow up, how it was going to blow up, right? So anyway, Kiefer thought he was in the perfect will of the Most High Yah. Then he comes back, show him after the they do Mashiach pretty wrong. They do his flesh pretty wrong. That's what happens a lot of times too. A public display of mockery, right? Um, I even heard them saying even when they had caught what's it Nat Turner, They beat certain slaves and killed them. They like, man, what I'm doing? I'm out here picking my cotton, and then the master come get me and beat me because of fear of what uh Nat Turner did, right? And they say there was many different revolts, but in order to put fear back into the other slaves, they had to be like, yo, take your biggest, strongest buck, beat him to an inch of his life, so he can so everybody else can fear us and know what's going on, right? And then I heard that they skinned him. I don't know. Maya Etene, blessings to you. Um, they, I don't know. Yeah, so I think they might have skinned him and left him on a pole or something crazy. I got to look more into that. Um, but they did him real bad and left him out in front of everybody. So people can be like, "Ooh, I'm never gonna try what Nat Turner tried." Anyway, they did the same thing with Shiak. They killed him, right? You know, pulled his beard out, beat him to an inch of his life. He was unrecognizable. Cast lots for his clothes, smashed a crown of thorns on his head, beat him with a cat of nine tails across the back, beat him down real bad. So everybody can say, "Yo, I am not doing what he's doing. I am not gonna be a follower of the way. I'm straight." You see what they did to him? Yo, they coming for me next. And the disciples was in their frame they was in. What happened? They went what? They went hiding. They straight up went hiding like, yo, man. Woo, this must be the end of a movement because they beat Mashiach bad. I'm done with this. Right? They go hiding. And Kiefer, he trying to go back to life as normal. But look, ain't no life as normal when you get to the Mashiach. When you taste and see, it's over with. You shouldn't have never tasted or seen that Mashiach is good. Because how you gonna go back to life of normalcy, right? Everything around you is dull. It's they people think they sharp, straight butter knife action, straight plastic knife action. Like, man, this ain't even it. But you know, you go try to be normal and be normal around people. But when you've sat in heavenly places with Mashiach, and it's not to puff you up with pride and poke your chest out, right? Because you're blessed to be a blessing. But it's like, man, so now he trying to be back normal. All right, the gig is up, the movement is over. Warming the sand by the fire. Hey, what you with Mashiach? No. Then he said a cuss word. I don't know what the cuss word was at that time, right? Maybe the cuss word was Rubik's Cube. No, I'm just playing. I don't know. I know it wasn't Rubik's Cube. So I don't want y'all scholars to be getting after me like he did not say Rubik's Cube. That's the 80s invention. No. Whatever he said, no, Rubik's Cube. I'm just using that for right now. I wasn't with Mashiach. Then next thing you know, they like, oh yeah, okay, he probably wasn't with him. Yahushua came, raised from the grave. Hey, seen him? Like, man, it's all good, man. I'm not mad. I'm not disappointed. I don't feel left alone. I don't feel any of that, right? Um, because I already knew it was gonna happen. But I want you to hope and trust in my finished work. It ain't over. For me, it ain't over for you. I know you slipped up. You thought you was gonna be hardcore. You thought you was gonna have the stamina and be able to run to the end. And things come up to erode you. Things come up to take away. Things to come up to make you indifferent. I'm not for it, but I'm not against it. Nah, things come up to take your hope. The reason those things come up to take your hope is so you don't work and walk in the finished work of Yahusha. You won't work and walk in the finished work of Mashiach, right? So you live beneath your means. You're not working in the power of the finished work, right? And so I'm almost getting off. I'm almost getting off. I see people coming and going. I'm gonna look at the chats in a minute. So so when he said, "Yo, Kiefer, you love me?" Yeah, you know I love you. Feed my sheep, feed my lamb. He said it three different. He said it three times. Feed my sheep, feed my sheep. Then he said, "Feed my lamb." Right? When you convert it, go strengthen your brethren. And from that time on, Mashiach, Kepha, Peter, was about to start walking. What? He was about to start walking in the perfect will of Yah. His early ministry wasn't walking in the perfect will of Yah. It was training. It was good. We don't throw away our early. We don't throw away our early um walk, right? Our Genesis, our beginning. We don't throw away that. Even guess what? Even before you come to Mashiach, that's all a part of your walk. Because it made you who you are. The good, the bad, the indifferent. The thing that was set to throw you off course and make you be like, man, man, I'm straight. I'm walking with the Most High Yah. That was there to get you fortified in that area to help people in that same area. Because you're gonna come across people that dealt with that, whether it's abuse, whether it's alcohol, drugs, whether it's violence, whether it's going to prison, no matter what it is, that was as painful as it was and humiliating as it was and the suffering as it was, it is what your tool that's going to be used to help the next person that you haven't met yet. So what the enemy meant for evil, Yahweh meant it for good. Right? He'll take the craziest things. He does the foolish things that confound the wise. So the enemy will throw all this stuff at you and be like, yo, this gonna make him bitter. This gonna make her bitter. She gonna fall off. Yeah, I got her where I want her. Right? Trusting in herself instead of the finished work of Yahusha. And it don't make you bitter, it make you better. So he said, okay, now your ministry about to start, Keith. Feed my lamb, feed my sheep, right? And he wasn't perfect, right? But I think went to the upper room and got to do with power. So now the Mashiach ain't got to be in one place, right? When he ascended, it's like I'm gonna give y'all. I'm gonna leave my ruach. I leave my word and I leave my ruach. Yes, we still use the word. I don't know. It's just this weird thing going on in churches. We ain't got to use the word. We just get the ruach and just do our own thing. No, it's the word and the ruach. That's weird to me. I don't know where that's at. So he left his word and he left his ruach to lead us in all truth, right? And Kepha, he walked in it, right? Healed the sick, raised the dead, cast out devils. But then he still had prejudices. He still didn't really understand. And Paul, who didn't even walk with Mashiach face to face, had to check him sometime. Not how we check people today. This week today, we couldn't handle Paul and Kepha. He came up today. He'd be he don't care your titles and all that. I'm an apostle. I'm a bishop and all that. I'm a prophet, and I'm not uh dog in the mantle, nor am I dog in the fivefold ministry. But they can care less about that if you ain't walking in the ways of the Mashiach, right? They call him judgy and they call him all kind of stuff. We couldn't handle them. But Paul, who only met Mashiach in spirit on the road to Damascus and got a spirit, he had to check Kepha, who actually walked with him. Like, yo, man, we can't treat folk like that. We gonna treat them like this, that, and the other, right? We ain't gonna be prejudiced, right, to certain this, that, and the other. And Kepha could have easily said, yo, man, I actually walked with him. I was in the Garden of Gethsemane sleep, right? I actually seen him. So who you gonna tell? He ain't pulled rank, right? Gang recognize gang, spirit recognize spirit. Like you right, right. We gonna get this together. We gonna get this all together, right? And we accountable. You know what I mean? And constructive. I'm not going to a whole other different thing. We're gonna get out of here, but constructive criticism and deconstructive criticism is different. Deconstruct is to tear down. It's a wrecking ball. It tears down. Constructive it's criticism, but it's a build. It's a friend. It builds up. It has a purpose. It's for the expected end. It's for the good. Constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is what they call it. Constructive, right? It's building up. It's edification. Edifice. Where we get the word edifice, where we get the word build. All right. So I'm here to tell you, we gotta have an attitude of gratitude. He's if Yah before you, who can be against you? Um, you'll be surprised how far you have came. Yeah, you don't want to be where you want to. You're not where you want to be. Yeah, you might have a hiccup here and there, right? But you are doing good, and you are a lot farther than where you were, right? Some years back, you wouldn't care. You wouldn't be cognitive or conscious or acknowledge the will and the ways of the Most High Yah. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all right in the chat. You wouldn't be cognizant of the will of the Most High Yah. Now you're more cognizant of it, right? You want to please Him. You want to worship Him. You want to see what His perfect will for your life is, and that's going to be my prayer, to walk in the perfect will instead of the permissive will of the Most High Yah. Okay, so we just got to focus on the Most High Yah and know that He is for us. And again, everybody who comes into the Edward Man podcast, I thank y'all, man. You know, I really appreciate y'all. Could be somewhere else doing something else, but you carve a little time out in your day to hang out with the old fella. And I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I really appreciate y'all. Merch coming. Another day is coming. Yes, the garden classes are coming. Yes, time management is coming. It just, the Most High is doing an amazing thing, right? And I know some of us are waiting to leave Babylon. Yeah, America is very crazy, but I say to you guys, work while it's still day. Continue to work. Continue to move. Continue to tell about the finished work of Yahusha, right? Continue to share with people who's living beneath their means. That's what the enemy don't want you to do. He wants you to go hide in the closet and be waiting for the Chinese to jump out their cell groups and the Russians to throw the EMP. Well, that's what they're gonna blame it on. Russians throw the EMP down and all of that. Hope I don't get no strike for saying that. But that's what they wait. No, no, we ain't doing all that. We ain't doing all that. We trusted in the Most High Yah. We gonna live our life, right? We gonna marry and be married. We gonna have kids, and we gonna raise them up in the admonition of admiration of things of the Most High Yah, and we gonna live and move and have our being. You know, I think that was one of the things with the Essenes. A lot of them went to the caves and stuff and was waiting. You know what I mean? And you got the majority of the church waiting on this rapture to come out before all of this stuff happened. You know what I mean? And a lot of us we waiting for the second Exodus to get out of here too. But I'm telling you, He will keep us. Right? He'll keep us. Right? The lights can be out everywhere in Egypt, and the lights will stay on in Goshen. They'll be like, "What's going on over there? How y'all lights on?" Most High, fire, cloud of fire by night and a pillar and by day. He's with us. His light is with us. If He with us, then who can be against us? So you don't operate out of fear. You trust Him, right? You still look. Birthdays still roll around. I know some brews don't believe in celebrating birthdays. It's a marker in time that He kept us, right? Birthdays still roll around. All these different things still roll around. Feast days still roll around. Family and friends gatherings still roll around, right? Uh, Homegoings for those who died still roll around, and we gonna continue to live our life. We can't operate out of fear. We operate out of His shalom, perfect peace. His perfect love cast out all fear. We operating out of His perfect love, right? Because if we're fearful, then other folk gonna be fearful, right? So I'm gonna pray that we have that we don't walk in fear, and we're gonna get out of here. And I'm gonna pray that we work that we find His perfect will for our life. Because there's a lot of voices, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of content. Huh. 500 million channels on YouTube, and another 500 million channels on satellite, and then another 500 million 500 million voices and opinions, and we can't agree to disagree. We get a little bit of disagreement, and we falling all out and trying to expose and the other one. And it's like, man, you got a piece of it, and he got a piece of it, and let's reason together because we prophesy in part, we preach in part. Even those believers back then, they was like, "Yo, is it time?" They thought when Mashiach came on the scene, he was going to overthrow Rome. He said, "No, this time I'm coming as a Pesach lamb. I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna lead by example, um, and then I'm gonna lay down my life. But then now when I come back the second time, I'm coming as a lion and set up my kingdom. The first time I'm not coming, and my kingdom not in this world." So someone was like, tripping. Some of them like that couldn't be him because he ain't set up his kingdom. So that maybe, and some still waiting on Mashiach. When Mashiach come, the Antichrist come, uh, um, trying to look like the Mashiach, act like the Mashiach. That's gonna be the first coming for them. But when the real Mashiach come, it's gonna be the second coming of him. All right. So I'm gonna pray first, and I'm gonna check the chat, and then we're gonna get out of here. Dale J, if you're in the building, thank you for your offering, man. Really, really appreciate that. I'm gonna get monetized again because your gifts and your contributions help this ministry to pay the bills, to keep it on air and all of that stuff like that. So make sure you get that Cash App $ DBZ9484. Any gift, large or small, is appreciated. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. They're doing something real weird. I'm not saying they're doing something real weird, but it's just a coincidence that my subscriptions with subscribers are staying at 1,350, 1,360. And then once it go up, then it comes back down. Like if I go up to 1,380, then all of a sudden 20 people unsubscribe. And then, if it go up a little bit more, five, uh, then five people unsubscribe. So it's keeping me at that little area, which I'm not, tripping, but I'm saying if people are not unsubscribing on their own, then that's pretty interesting, pretty fishy. And then they took the monetization too. So I couldn't get money, so I just go straight Cash App with that. Thank y'all for who gave. Thank y'all who giving time, talent, and treasure. Y'all my peeps, and I love y'all. So I'm gonna pray the perfect will of the Most High Yah. Abba Yah, in the name of Yahushua. You said, if I be lifted up, I'll draw all men unto me. We worship you, we honor you, we adore you. There's none like you in the heavens or the Shemayim. Hallelujah. We thank you, Abba Yah. We praying right now, everybody to the side of my voice, whether it be the playback or whether they do in this live right now, that they find their perfect will for their life concerning you. Abba Yah, you have a perfect will. Abba Yah, you give us permission to do many things, but there are many that hunger and thirst after righteousness. You say that hunger and thirst after righteousness shall be filled. Abba Yah, show them. Show them. Let them listen to the still small voice. Let them cast their cares upon you because they care for you, because you care for us. Abba Yah, go through all of the clutter and the he said, she said, and the rumors, and let us sit and hear your still small voice, your perfect will for our life, your perfect will. Somebody type in the perfect will. Somebody say, I want your perfect will, Abba, in the chat. Your perfect will for my life. Hallelujah. It's not by might or by power, but it's by your spirit. Abba Yah, Yahusha led by example. He said, Abba, if it be your will, let this cup pass from me. But nevertheless, not my will, but your will be done. Your will be done. Let us have that same attitude and posture as Mashiach, because he led by example. And he said, greater works shall you do. You're going to do these works and greater works. Hallelujah, Abba Yahuwah, in the name of Yahusha. Perfect will. Abba Yah, any anxiety, any fear, we bind it in the name of Yahushua. Abba Yah, we surrender our mind, will, and emotions to you, to your finished work, the things that you're doing, Abba Yah, in us and through us. Abba Yah. Nothing happens without your hand or permission. Abba Yah, we're going to believe your report at the end of the day. We get a lot of voices and a lot of reports from experts and different things like that. But at the end of the day, we're going to esteem your finished work. We're going to esteem the things that you say more so than the things of man. Abba Yah. We will go against popular opinion if it pleases you. Abba Yah. We thank you. We worship you. We thank you. We adore you. In Yahushua HaMashiach's name, we pray. Amen. Let's go into this chat. I didn't go into this chat. He told us forever 7 times. Okay, I missed that one. They are throttling your numbers. That could be it. I don't know. I know some people unsubscribe. But it's just a coincidence to have the reason I think it's a coincidence because it's the same. It's not going no higher than 1,360, right? Because when it jump up to 1,380, then all of a sudden 20 of them gone. And it's like it's weird. Hallelujah. Yes, I want your perfect will for my life, Abba Yah. Sister Rochelle, Yah's daughter, blessings to you. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. Hallelujah. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. Thank you, Abba Yah. Blessings to everyone that's coming in the chat, in and out of the chat. All praise to the Most High Yah. All praise to the Most High Yah. Yeah, I got a hoodie with that on it. All praise to the Most High Yah. I'm gonna make a hoodie with that. I'm saying shalom, shalom, holy seed, shalom, blessings, blessings. Thank you guys for coming in. James Smith, blessings to you. Thank you for joining us. Whether you still here, you rolled out. Yeah, so I'm gonna see what's going on with everything. We're gonna get it back, and this is another reason why going through that with this numbers is real. Yeah, yeah, because I'm like, of course, absolutely. I think it's weird, but they can change the algorithm or they can change the game overnight, and we got to comply to that thing. We come together, we use these platforms, and to bless the people of the Most High Yah and inform the people, right? Some people think it's judging and you ain't staying in your lane and all this whole stuff. And we ain't judging nothing. We just being aware of the enemy's devices so we can lock in to the things of the Most High Yah and we don't go to sleep, even though they demonize woke too, right? But I think that we need that's why Hebrew Sphere, like I mentioned before, HebrewConnect.tv, HebrewConnect.net, right? HebrewConnect.com. We start getting our own platforms. We could do our own thing, right? We don't have to get um, monetized and stuff. Because how can you hit somebody with a strike saying medical misinformation when it's public record? I'm not making this stuff up. This is on, and this is crazy. I've showed stuff that was on YouTube that's permissible, but when I break it down, you know how even how Teo and them they sharing stuff that's on YouTube. They not coming up with this stuff, these articles or whatever. This is public record, and they point to it and then they get hit, right? We woke now, Pastor Kelly, he shares stuff. They hit him up. It's like this stuff is for public, but I guess it's public record, but they don't want you to read the fine print. They don't want you to read. They don't want you to put two and two together and articulate it. But anyway, um, we praise the Most High Yah for everything that He's doing. And we just gonna try. We're gonna bless the Most High Yah always, and we're gonna walk in truth. We're not gonna live and hide in no caves, y'all. We're gonna live our life until He come get us. Whether He send the ships to Tarshish, whether He turn our lights on in Goshen, and we all together in one state. You know what I'm saying? That's why all y'all to all y'all to go to this one state. I'm gonna get to y'all. Whatever. Back at the continent, whatever. When he with us and he's for us, who can be against us? Because y'all remember when we left Egypt and we was out in the wilderness, we had armies, we had gold, but we weren't the strongest armies. One, two, we were surrounded by enemies. Y'all forget the Amalekites and all these other people was out there too, but the Most High was with them. They couldn't be overtaken. If he before you, who can be against you? I don't care what kind of nuclear weapons they got, what kind of jabs they come up with, what kind of AR-15s and tanks and missiles they come up with. If Abiyah before you, who can be against you? And see, that's the thing. They hate us talking like this, right? They hate us. Negro unity, Igbo unity, Hebrew unity. They hate that, right? They want us to. Can we all just get along, Rodney King? Yeah, we get along if you get along with our Most High Yah. But you ain't gonna be at war with the Most High Yah and then want me to get along with you. No, that ain't how I go, right? And so, anyway, I'm gonna chill out and out before I start another show. Thank y'all for joining me, and we are going to we gonna see what's going on, man. We bless the Most High again. Go to, oh, I think I took it down. I'm gonna put it back in the chat again. It's all one landing page. Go to the landing page, sign up. Because I want to see does it work too. So let me put a landing page in here. Again, I put it in the beginning. It's like a hub. It got everything in there. There you go. When you go in the chat, you can just click on that. You can sign up for the Facebook if you're not already on there, the YouTube, the Twitter, and different things like that. And then you can leave a prayer request at the bottom of it. All right, or a shout out or whatever. All right. So I'm gonna get on out here. I got another meeting. But yeah, man, I got hit up with a strike for talking about that. I didn't say it. Woke baby, don't approve of that. So get your mind right. Elephant Man Podcast Network. Grown Man Conversation. Devil Evans in the room. I am out.
Perfect.